Welcome to Built, Wired, and Secured. I'm Alex Morgan. In today's episode, we're discussing Fiber Cut Playbook, rapid restoration when connectivity goes dark, what it is, why it matters, and what decision makers need to know to avoid costly mistakes. Joining me today is Michael Harrington as we break down real-world lessons, common challenges, and practical takeaways you can apply immediately. Let's dive in.
Cold open. 2 weeks into the quarter, a front-end crew digging to install landscaping clips a street-level conduit. Fiber to the building goes dark. The lobby POS terminals fail, the turnstiles stop reporting, the HVAC management console reports a loss of connectivity, and a clinic tenant calls in a full outage on a vital device. Tenants are anxious, front desk staff are fielding angry calls, and the building team faces a fast list of decisions. Call the carrier and wait, spin up cellular failover, or pull in a portable fiber truck at significant cost. Which choice decides how fast services come back?
That scene is far too familiar. What breaks if this goes down? Elevators that require a networked safety system, tenant point of sale, emergency phones, access control. Tenants feel this immediately. The first hour shapes the whole outcome.
Today, we'll walk through a compact first hours playbook, how to diagnose impact and prioritize systems, the realistic trade-offs of temporary connectivity options, and how to coordinate effectively with carriers and vendors so that the temporary fixes bridge to permanent repairs. By the end, we'll give you 3 immediate actions and a 1-page checklist you can use in the next outage. Segment 1. Diagnosing impact and priorities. Michael, when a fiber cut happens, what's your quick triage in the first 10 to 20 minutes?
From an operational standpoint, start with a rapid inventory. List what systems are out, which are safety critical, which are revenue critical, and who owns each. Ask 3 questions. Can this tenant operate offline? Does this system have a local backfall? And who is the responsible owner to make the call? That triage tells you whether you need immediate temporary backhaul or whether local mitigations will buy you time.
Give an example of ownership. One of the pitfalls we hear about is teams assuming someone else will decide.
Tenants, IT, facilities, and the carrier can all assume someone else is making the call. I once saw a 90-minute delay because the building manager expected the tenant's IT director to authorize a portable fiber pull, while the tenant expected the owner to fund it. Predefined escalation paths fix that. Put a single point of decision in your runbook for each class of service. Who signs off on temporary cellular contracts, who approves a truck, who notifies tenants, and run that in a drill.
Segment 2. Temporary connectivity options and trade-offs. Let's run through the short list: cellular failover, microwave links, portable fiber, and staged carrier repairs. Michael, what's the pragmatic pros and cons for building teams?
Cellular failover is fast and often the lowest friction. You flip to a cellular gateway or a managed SD-WAN path. It's great for basic connectivity, email, tenant notifications, and some building systems. But throughput and latency are limited, and if you have clinical devices or point of sale with PCI needs, you must confirm compliance before relying on it long term. That's fine until it fails. Plan for a bridge to a higher capacity fix.
And microwave?
Microwave can deliver high capacity quickly when line of sight exists. It's cost-effective and avoids digging, but you need clear sightlines, licensed links in some jurisdictions, and the right mounting points. Installation can take a day or 2 depending on approvals. Use it when you need sustained capacity but don't have immediate fiber access.
Portable fiber trucks, the highest capacity but highest cost and logistics, right?
Exactly. A portable fiber pull gives near native capacity and buys you real operational parity, but it requires permits, access to manholes or vaults, and coordination with the carrier or a third-party service. It's the right move for high availability tenants or when temporary degradation is unacceptable. Pre-negotiate rates and a defined SLA for emergency pulls if you plan to use them.
1 tag for a quick breath. Segment 3 is coordination in practice. Michael, walk us through a short real-world restoration story and the carrier pitfalls teams should watch for.
Sure. We had a downtown building where a contractor hit a conduit. The carrier dispatch time was estimated at 6 hours. The building team immediately executed the runbook, notify the carrier with the pre-assigned ticket code, activate a negotiated cellular failover, and call for a portable fiber truck with an agreed-upon cost cap. Because roles were pre-assigned, the tenant managers focused on critical manual workarounds while the owner authorized the truck. We restored critical services in under 3 hours instead of waiting 6. The pitfall is not having that pre-assigned ticket code and contact. Without it, the carrier escalates slowly.
What about carrier coordination problems that show up again and again?
2 recurring issues: unclear escalation paths and lack of accurate outage scope. If the carrier isn't given precise manhole or route details, they dispatch the wrong crew. If your runbook doesn't include an accurate site contact and access plan, the truck can sit idle. Runbooks should include georeferences, gate codes, and a single carrier escalation contact who actually answers the phone.
You mentioned drills twice. How should teams exercise this playbook without disrupting operations?
Run tabletop exercises quarterly. Simulate a cut and run through the notification chain, temporary backhaul activation, and tenant communications. Keep it short, 30 to 60 minutes, and validate contact lists, decision authorities, and estimated vendor lead times. Where possible, schedule a non-disruptive cellular failover test during a maintenance window so you know the technical steps work.
Key takeaways. First, within the first hour, diagnose impact using a simple 3-question triage: safety, revenue, and ownership. Second, choose a temporary backhaul that matches the service need and have that bridge to a permanent repair. Third, pre-assign decision owners, carrier contacts, and authorized spend thresholds so you don't lose time. Michael, anything to add before we wrap the checklist?
Add this. Document your 1-page first hours checklist and keep it where people can find it: lobby binder, facilities tablet, and an emailed PDF to tenant reps. Include the carrier ticket codes, on-call names, the prioritized systems list, and the authorized spend limits. That document turns chaos into predictable steps.
3 immediate actions for listeners to take this week. 1. Draft or update your 1-page first hours checklist and circulation list. 2. Confirm or negotiate emergency terms with your carrier and a portable fiber vendor. 3. Run a short tabletop with facilities, IT, and tenant reps. Those small actions materially shorten downtime. If you want the checklist template and a short runbook sample, visit the episode page at builtwiredsecured.com. You'll find downloadable templates and a step-by-step organizer to adapt to your site. Built to last, wired with intention, secured for the real world. That wraps up this episode of Built, Wired, and Secured. Today, we explored rapid restoration after a major fiber cut and why a short, practiced first hours playbook matters to people responsible for planning, operating, and protecting technology environments. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Until next time, make sure the systems you're responsible for are built to last, wired with intention, and secured for the real world.